Jatin from Testing Gyan. So in our last video, we have discussed basic commands about Git. So if you have not watched that video, I'll recommend you to watch that video before this video. In this video, we are going to see another Git command. So let's start.
Panda. I got broads in Atlanta. Just took the lean in the family. Credit cards and the scammers. Getting no licks in the band. Legacies.
Hi guys, so we are going to discuss all these commands in today's video. So the commands are git clone, git reset, git rm, git log, git show, git stash, git merge. So let's understand about each command. Let's start. Let me open my GitHub. So here I am in my GitHub account. So let's say I want to use git clone. So let's understand about git clone syntax first. So I'll write git clone syntax over here. And your repository URL. So let's understand its usage. So this command is used to obtain the repository from the existing URL. So let me run this command and show you what I mean with that. So here is the syntax I have already written over here. So let me copy the URL. So for URL you can go to your GitHub account, click on this code and you can copy this URL. Once it is copied, go to the place where you want to clone your repo. Right click and open git bash over here, or you can open command prompt as well, that is fine. Now type git clone and paste the URL which you have copied. Press enter. So as you say, it says cloning into my repo, and here it has generated one folder of my repo, means it has copied all the things which were there in my repository, on my GitHub repository. It has copied all the thing over here. So I hope this is clear now. Let's move on to another command. So next command is git reset. So this can be used in three ways. So the first phase via file name syntax. So that is git reset and your file name. So what this command will do, basically this command unstages the file but preserves the file content. So let's see what I mean by that. Let me create a new file over here. So let's say I have created a new file, file3. Let me add a dummy content over here. This is file3. And if I open my git bash now and type git status over here, it says your branch is up to date with origin master, but there is one unstaged file, untracked file. Now if I stage this file, git add. Now if I do git status, you can see that this file has been staged, and it is asking me to commit this file. But let's see what git reset will do now. If I do git reset and this file name, which is file3.txt. Now if I type git status, you can see that this file has been untracked again or unstaged again. So I hope this via file name git reset is clear. Let's see another way. So another way is via commit id. So syntax for that will be git reset and your commit id. So what this command will do, basically this command undoes all the commit after the specified commit but preserves the changes locally. So let's see. So here if you see, there is one untracked file. If I add it again, let me commit it as well, file3 committed. Okay. Now if I do git status, you can see your branch is ahead of origin master by one commit, which is expected because I have committed this file3 change. But now let me go over here and let's see, I want to go up to this commit. So I'll copy this commit id, and accordingly the syntax which I have written over here, git reset commit id, I'll type git reset and paste that commit id which I have copied. So this has executed successfully. Let me check git status now. So if you see that file has been unstaged again. So I hope this is also clear. Now let's see one another way, that is hard reset. So syntax for hard reset will be git reset hyphen hyphen hard and then commit id. Okay, now if you see, let me do all these things again. Git add, git commit file 3. Okay, now if you see, if I do hard reset over here, what it will do, so basically hard reset, this command discards all the history and goes back to specified commit and delete all the things which is there after that commit. So it will not preserve this file locally as well. So if I copy this and if I do git reset hard and then this commit id, if you see, this file 3 is here as of now. So head is now this updated file, this, and file 3 has gone. So it will not preserve the changes locally. So it will be helpful if you want to go to a specified commit, or if you have done some mistake and you want to go back to your previous commits, then hard reset will be helpful for you. I hope this git reset is clear now. Let's move on to git rm now. So syntax for git rm is git rm and then your file name. So what this command will do, basically this command deletes the file from your working directory and stages that deletion. So let's see. So if I create a new file over here, let me name this file as file 4 now. This is dummy file. Let me commit it. Git commit file 4, push. Okay, so this has been done. If you see over here now, it file 4 is here and file 4 is here as well. Now if I do git rm, so you can see file 4 is present over here. Git rm and then file 4.txt. So basically this will delete the file from a working directory and stages that deletion. So that file has been removed if you see from here. And if I do git status, it has already staged that deleted file. Now I just have to commit it and push it. Let me do that. File 4 deleted, git push. So I hope guys git rm is also clear now. Let's move on to the next one, which is git log. So syntax for git log is as simple as git log only. So what this will do, this command basically is used to list the version history of the current branch. So it will list all the logs, all the commands which we have used. So if you see, okay, sorry, git log, I pressed S. So it says all the our commit histories over here. This can be useful if you want to know the commit ID. It shows us a date as well. So let's say if I want to go back to the code base of 10th of June, I can check the commit ID with the help of git log, and then I can use git reset. I hope guys this git log is also clear. Let's move on to git show. So git show, syntax for it, this will be git show and then your commit ID. So what this will do, this command shows the metadata and content changes of the specified commit. So let's go to one of the commit ID from here. Let's say I'll copy this commit ID, and if I type, let me close it and open the git bash again. Git show so it has shown me that what all things I have done with that commit ID, the content of that file which has been edited. It is all showing that as well. So I hope this git show is clear. Let's see about git stash now. So basically git stash, the user of git stash can be defined in three ways. First one is git stash save. So what this will do, basically this command temporarily stored all the modified track files. So let's see the user of this. Let me go to here and let me edit it, so you can see this content of this file is this. This is added to check git stash command. So now if I do git add, sorry, git stash, I have to add it first, yeah. Okay, now if I git stash save, so if you see, okay, if you see the file content has been gone, which I have updated. So this is the functionality of git stash save. It has preserved this change. So let's see if I want to bring that change back to my file, then what I can do, I can use git stash pop. So this command will restores the most recently stashed file. So if I do git stash pop, so if I open it again, now see this command has been added again. So basically git stash will store this git stash save will store this command in somewhere with the some ID, and if I do git pop, it will bring back the last stash saved. Okay, now another command is git stash list. So this command lists all the stash chain sets. So for that I have to stash something first. So let me do git stash and save. So if you see this again is gone from file 1. If I do git stash list now, git stash list, so it has listed the latest stash. Fourth one is git stash drop. Git stash drop. So what this command will do, this command discards the most recently stash chain set. So if I do git stash drop, so it has dropped the stash. Even if now, if you see over here, there is nothing, right? So even if now I'll do git stash pop, nothing will come, because we have used this git stash drop and it has dropped our all these stashed. So this file is as same as it as it was before using this stash. So I hope guys this stash is also clear now. Let's move on to merge. Let's see syntax of git merge. So syntax for git merge is git merge and then your branch name. So what this will do, this command merges the specified branch history into the current branch. So let's see. So let me go to here and let's come to latest code first. Okay, now I'm already up to date. So get, let me create a new branch feature get checkout feature. So now if you see, now I'm on feature branch. Let's say I have added something here. This is added in feature branch. Get status, git add, git commit, feature branch commit. Okay, if I do git status now, okay, on feature branch nothing to commit, working tree is clean. Now if I switch back to master branch, get checkout. So if you see, if I see over here, this is there, get checkout and then master. Okay, now if I see, that is not there. Now if I want to merge my feature branch to my master branch, what I'll do, I'll use this merge command. So you can see there is that entry which we have added in feature branch, that is not here. So let me write merge command. Syntax I have already shown you over here. Get merge and then branch name is feature. So now if I go back here, okay, I've opened it so many times, you can see the entry which we have added has been added over here. So I hope guys all the commands which you have seen in this video is clear to you now. If you want to know about any command which we have not listed, just mention in comment section. We'll happy to help you. Thank you.